Welcome back to Dottie's Adventures. It's a big week this week. We're collecting our brand new van, Dottie's big sister who we're calling Roxy. But before we do that, we've got some jobs I need to get done on Dottie, and also we've got some really important security we need to put up on the driveway to make sure that all our vehicles are protected as well as they can be. So let's crack on and get Dottie washed and cleaned. Definite Hulk-esque theme going on. So I've decided to put an end piece on the bed, and I've just covered it with the same wallpaper that I've covered the end of the kitchen, and I think it looks rather nice, better than the green being able to see through. I'm not going to make it completely fixed. I'm just debating whether to put it on with magnets or Velcro. I think I'm going to try and get some thin but strong magnets to put it on with. Sadly, I didn't have enough wallpaper, so I had to do a pattern match, and it's not perfect. If you look here, it's just not quite right, but I think it's pretty close. You can see on the leaves there, they don't quite line up. I don't know why. I'm sure that was the pattern repeat, but I was running out of wallpaper and I had to make the best of a bad job. But I think it looks quite nice. Tell us what you think. Do you like it? I've decided to get rid of, well, I'm not going to get rid of it, but I will when it's dry, fully dry, paint over it, because this green is very, very bright. And in the garage, I'm trying really hard not to buy stuff, but in the garage, Mark's got this, I think it's called Sage. It's exterior wood paint, but it doesn't matter if it's not the best finish, but I think that'll tone it down from that really bright green. It'll work much better. So I just need this one to dry properly before I can redo it. So it'll probably be tomorrow before I get the second, or the new green coat on it. But yeah, I'm really happy. I have to be a bit careful because this isn't fully dry. But if I put that there, I've just used a bit of narrow plywood. I think that looks pretty good. And I think once the bedding and everything's back on it, it'll look good. Yeah, please. Oh, you can see my pee bottle up there. Okay, so we've had a change of heart because that original green was just shockingly bright. Can you see the difference there? So I've gone for this Sage, which at the moment looks a bit blue, but I think it'll dry darker. Of course, it's also got the bright green underneath, which might change the base colour. But that looks so much better, doesn't it? So much better. Right, I've got a lot of stuff to get done today because tomorrow is a massive day for us. We're picking up our brand new campervan, but Dottie is not going to get pushed aside. She will not have her nose put out of joint. I'm just thinking she's going to get like a big sister. But what it does mean is we've got to get everything ready to travel up to Leeds tomorrow so that we can do the handover for the new vehicle. But I've got a few jobs that I want to do on Dottie first, because we're taking Dottie up and she's going to be taking all of the stuff that we had in our old 6-metre van up to Leeds with us. So somehow I've got to get the contents of a 6-metre van into a Peugeot partner. That should be fun. Right, we need to get on. It's not the nicest day out there. It is a bit wet. I've got a whole load of stuff in our conservatory that I need to sort out, get into Dottie. I need to clear Dottie out of the stuff that we don't need. And we've also got to think about security for the new van arriving. We're going to end up with 4 vehicles on the driveway. And although we've got some CCTV up there already. It's really not good enough, but we've got a new piece of kit that we're going to give a try, and we'll be telling you about that a little bit later on. But for now, I need to crack on and start getting sorted. Can you hear that rain? Right, so as you can see, our conservatory has become just a little bit of a storehouse, and it's been like this for 3 months now. So we've got all the bedding in bags over there. I've got my quilt, or mattress topper I should say. We've got another mattress topper. I don't know if I'm going to take that. I probably won't. We've got everything in boxes. This is a lot of the stuff that came out of Pete, our old camper van. So I've got kitchen stuff. I've got all of the external stuff like the hookup lead, the water hose, oh God, the ramps, the awning and everything. We don't necessarily need to take everything up with us, but we might as well, if we're going and we can fit it, we might as well take it up and start loading it straight away. But I need to get this all out of here and into Dottie, but I can't do that until Dottie is cleared. And can you hear the rain? Yeah, I'm not feeling the love for going out there. All right, well, that wasn't as bad as I thought. So I've basically taken all the bedding off. Got a load of stuff in boxes under the bed. As you can see, we are pretty much packed to the gunnels. Got all the bedding for the big van in there. And I've just managed to move all my stuff from Dottie into the garage, and also all the soft stuff like the bed cushions and covers. They've all gone into the conservatory. It's just like a big shifting session. Let's move this to there and that to here. But all we need to do now is pack our clothes and pack some food, and we're ready to go tomorrow morning. So we're picking the van up from Consort Motorhomes in Leeds, and it's about a 2.5 hour journey. We've got to be there for about 10, half 10. So I want to get all packed today so we can literally just jump in and go tomorrow. I'm so excited, so excited. It'll be interesting, I think, to have a bigger van again and compare living in one to the other, because I absolutely love being in Dottie. I adore being in Dottie. But obviously there are restrictions. You can't stand up, there's not a lot of room, you can't go to the loo easily. I don't have all of the mod cons like heating and hot running water to shower. But it will be interesting to do a comparison, because we haven't had the other van since, well, beginning of August, end of July, and it feels like so long ago. It's only 3 months, but it feels like so long ago. And I've got so used to Dottie now. I think it'll be a little bit funny going back to a bigger van. I'm excited about it. Problems I've got now that we're going to have 4 vehicles on the drive is basically I've got to move where I park Dottie. I used to park Dottie where Roxy, the big van, is now parked, and the Seat used to park sort of crossways here, and I can't do that anymore. I'm having to park alongside here, which actually gives me better access to Dottie from the front of the house, but it also gives us a little bit of a security issue, because we've got CCTV up on the side of the house here looking down onto the vehicles, but it doesn't show all 4 vehicles. So we wanted to put in a different CCTV system that would actually cover the whole of the driveway without catching everybody else's house around us. We don't want to impact their privacy. So I'm really excited to try a new product that we've been sent. Full disclosure, Reolink have sent me this camera and their timing could not have been better because we were looking for an alternative or an additional camera to monitor all 4 vehicles. They've sent me the Reolink Argus 4 Pro, and the beauty of this camera is, well, there's a number of benefits really. The first one is you don't have to wire it up. It's completely wire free, which is absolutely brilliant for me because, you know, if you've watched any of my videos, I'm not the most technically adept, certainly not when it comes to wiring things up, but the beauty is they're completely standalone, so you can put them anywhere. You don't have to have a mains electricity link. They're USB rechargeable, but they last for ages. And the big benefit, you can buy a solar panel, a little solar panel that makes that means the camera is completely self-contained. It's self-sufficient. It gets its own power. And we've had these up now for a couple of weeks because we wanted to get everything ready in preparation for us getting our new van, and we knew we needed more. The other benefit of the Reolink Argus 4 Pro is that it gives you a 180-degree view, like a straight line. That's incredible, isn't it? So the cameras we've got on at the minute give quite a narrow field of view, so they're effective, but they don't cover the whole area. When Reolink offered to send me the Argus 4 Pro to try, and we had a little look at the spec, it was like, oh my word, right, this is perfect. And the beauty is, because it's self-contained, we don't have to have it right next to the house, which is even better because we can have it looking at the house from away. Let me show you what I mean. So if you can see here, there's the camera just in the tree, and just up here, I don't know if you can see, just here is the solar panel. So discreet. So basically what we've done, let me zoom in for you. We've just put the camera, it always makes me smile because I think it looks like a little ET. We've just put the camera up in a box in the tree because we want it to be very discreet. But because of the way it's pointing, it's now pointing at the house, and because of its wide field of view, it gets all 4 vehicles, so we know that they're all protected. And it's also got a PIR system, so the light will come on if anybody comes onto the drive. Now, I'll be absolutely honest here, we've disabled that because, I don't know if you can see, we've got a street light right above, and we also have a PIR light on the other side of the house, so we don't really want the light to come on if somebody comes past the Reolink Argus Pro. So we've disabled that, but can you see how discreet that is? And there's no wiring. So if we do need to plug in the USB, because it does lose charge, you know, we don't always get the best sunshine in the UK, it's very easy just to go and put a little power pack up there and plug a USB plug into a power pack and it'll charge. But to be honest, it's been up there 2 or 3 weeks now and we haven't had to recharge it, and it's still on something like about 98% charge. So I think it's gonna, you know, even on a day like today, we're on the 1st of November today, look at the sunshine we're getting, so that's staying charged. And the beauty, as I said earlier, is there's no wiring, which is absolutely fantastic. So if I show you some of the footage that we get, you'll see how it's protecting all 4 vehicles. It's getting the whole driveway. And the other beauty is, if I can get some nighttime footage, I'll insert it for you. It's got the most incredible night camera. It's like full colour night camera. I don't know how they do it, but the quality, the picture quality, it's 4K anyway, but the picture quality is outstanding. So, you know, if somebody tried to take one of our vehicles, they'd be really hard pushed to do it without being very easily identified, which is exactly what we want. We want that security and knowing that the driveway is completely protected. But because of the way the kind of the field of view that you've got, and the fact that it's so maneuverable, because it's not wired, you can pretty much put it anywhere. it means that we've been able to really adjust it so that we're not getting anybody else's property in the video footage, which is really important to us. So Reolink have given my viewers a discount, a 5% discount using the code Dottie's Adventures 5. If you click the link in the description, that code Dottie's Adventures 5 is valid until the 31st of December 2025. But also check out the link for Reolink's biggest Black Friday deals of the year. Honestly, you'll get to experience innovative AI technology and premium quality at really good, unbeatable prices. So just click the link in the description and explore all of the exclusive discounts across all of their range of cameras. I had a bit of an idea this morning about a little modification I wanted to try out in the van, and I wasn't sure if it would work. Now I've got the Jackery, it actually makes quite a big difference to what I can power in here. So when I was working, when I had my business, I was doing a lot of online training, and I bought a little field monitor that I used to link up to my main computer, and I'd have that being viewed through a teleprompter so I could look directly at the screen and not look like I was looking away at a camera. Very clever stuff. Can't remember how I set it up, but I stopped using it a while ago and I had the field monitor still there. Now it's a Lilliput, I think it's a 9-inch or I think about 9-inch monitor. I'll show you it in a second. But it's just been sat in the office doing nothing. And it wasn't cheap, you know, it's like any electronic product. It was, I can't remember off the top of my head. But I had it anyway and it was sat doing nothing. And I thought, well, actually, that would be good to have rigged up as a slightly bigger screen to watch TV on, or, you know, YouTube or whatever, through my phone or through my iPad. iPod, that's an old one, isn't it? Through my iPad. But have it permanently rigged up as like a TV screen in the van. My iPad, I don't want to particularly do that with because I take it around and use it in different places. So I thought I'd show you what I've done, and I'm quite happy. The only problem I have, well, I'll tell you about the problem in a second. Let me just show you. So this is the field monitor by Lilliput, and I've just put it on. Again, this is all stuff I had in the office anyway. I've just put it on an extension bracket thing that fits onto the desktop, or in this case the worktop. It's HDMI, so I've got an HDMI lead running from here. I haven't got it rigged up at the minute because I'm using my phone to video on. I should have been a bit more organised with this, but it's a bit impromptu. It goes into an adapter that gives me the access to HDMI, and then that's on a USB-C. And that just clips into my phone, which I'm holding now. It's powered, so I have to plug that into the Jackery. But it means that I use this as a monitor from my phone. So if I want to use, or rather want to watch a movie on Netflix, or if I want to watch a bit of YouTube, I can do. Now, I said there was a problem, and the problem is the volume is really, really low coming out of the field monitor, and it bypasses the volume on my phone. So at the minute, what I'm doing, there's an aux point in here, and I'm just plugging headphones in, and that's working okay. But I don't always want to be listening through headphones because I like to be able to hear other ambient noises around. So I'm thinking, I don't think it's Bluetooth compatible, and I think although my phone is Bluetooth, I still think the Lilliput will override the volume from my phone, even if it's Bluetooth to a speaker. So I'm thinking maybe a separate speaker, but then that's another thing to have in the van. So if anybody's got any ideas how I can get the volume on the Lilliput higher, I think it's just that the internal speaker isn't very good. So it's on 100% and it's only just audible. So yeah, I'm really happy with the setup though. And because it's on this arm, I can literally just move it around. So when I'm sitting in the van, I can either sit sort of here, back here, and watch TV there. Or if I'm wanting to, I can just move it around. This is on a swivel ball joint. that I haven't loosened, but if I do, you'll see I can turn it that way. So I could be sitting over here, chilling on the bed, watching TV, and yeah, it just stays there. And then when I'm not using it, what I can do is just turn it sideways like this, so I can get in and out of the side door without bashing it, or I can push it out of the way. Yeah, I'm going to give it a go and see how I get on. It might not be a great idea in real use, because I've literally just rigged it up. But at the minute, I feel like it's probably quite a good system. But yes, if anybody's techie and can find, let me know a way to increase the volume on the Lilliput field monitor without having to have an extra speaker. That would be really good, because it's just another thing and more wires. I genuinely don't think Bluetooth is going to work. Anyway, I don't know where I'm going to insert this into a video. I'm just recording it right now. So if you see this pop up in a random video, that's why. Good morning. I've got a bit of a challenging day ahead. I've got one of those jobs that I've been putting off because I want to do it well. And I know it's going to take a lot of brain power, and I need to knuckle on and do it. And I've been putting it off, I'm not going to lie. But the phrase, make it fun, get it done, make it fun, get it done, make it fun, get it done, keeps coming into my head. So I was like, how can I make this job fun? Let me tell you quickly what it is I've got to do. I'm a judge for the National Coaching Awards, and I've got 24 applications or submissions that I have to go through and judge, and it feels so important to me to make sure that I do this well. I've been kind of procrastinating and putting it off, and I was meant to do it last week and I really wasn't very well and didn't think I could give it my best. Now, somebody with ADHD like me, we do tend to work well to tight deadlines, and we are often kind of those people who cram for an exam. So I know I will get it done, but I needed to find a way to make it fun. So I can't really go away anywhere in Dottie because I don't have time. We're dancing this afternoon. But I thought, do you know what? Let's just go and sit on the driveway in Dottie, because that's where I feel most comfortable and fewest distractions. So let me show you my office for the day. Here we go. So I've got my little Bluetti plugged in to the laptop just to make sure the laptop doesn't die on me. I've got a mug of tea made in the house and brought out. Couldn't see any point in getting everything out in Dottie. I've got my judging guidance there. I've got my laptop, and I'm just going to crack on and get going. So my plan is to go away later in the week, probably for an overnighter. Not sure where yet, but I fancy getting away and having a bit of an overnight adventure. But I can't do any of that until this is done. So I will catch you later in the week. Thanks ever so much for watching. I hope you'll join me next time. Don't forget that 5% discount using Dottie's Adventures 5 at the checkout, and also check out the Reolink website for their massive Black Friday sale. Links in the description. Take care. See you soon.